dear friends, so today we are going to study number system, a subtopic of it, cyclicity of numbers. Hello friends, so today we are going to study cyclicity of numbers. We'll check how the powers of each number goes in a cyclic pattern. Okay, so what happens in cyclicity of numbers? So as already you can see in the screen, I've written powers of 2, 3, 7 and 8. So what can you observe by just looking at them? So our focus is only on the unit digit of all the powers as mentioned. So if you see the unit digit, for 2 it is 2486 and it is again repeated 2486 here. Now the repetition, although the unit digit is different here, but it is definitely again repeated after 4 times for 3. Similarly, for 7 also it is again repeated after every 4 times, and for 8 as well it is repeated after every 4 times. So what we can conclude out of this? So the cycle is of 4. Cycle is of 4, what do you mean by that? So each and every number 2, 3, 4, 7, whatever, it is definitely going to repeat itself after every 4 cycles. But there are some special numbers, let's say 5, 6, 1, 11, 10, where the cycle is the same all the time. What do you mean by that? 5 raised to 1 is 5, 5 square is 25, 5 cube is 125, 5 raised to 4 is 625. What I am trying to imply? The unit digit is always the same. The same thing goes for 6. 6 raised to 1 is 6, 6 square is 36, 6 cube is 216 and so on. The same thing goes for 11, the same thing goes for 10. Now check for numbers 4 and 9. The cyclicity of 4 and 9 is exactly half than compared to the other numbers. But don't worry. What we can conclude out of this table is it will always, each and every number, literally each and every number has to follow a cycle of 4. Except for these numbers, it doesn't follow a pattern of 4 but it will always repeat itself in each of its cycle. So, what we are why are we doing all these things for? So if I had asked you 7 raised to let's say 9, then what is the unit digit for this number? So how do you approach? Now you know it has to be a cycle of 4. So in 9 the 4 cycle and there will be one cycle which is half. So what do you have to do exactly? But don't worry, this, you have to understand that whatever is the number raised to, that is in this case 9, just divide this number by 4. Why are we dividing it by 4? Because the cycle is of 4. And just see the remainder. Now what is the remainder here? The remainder here is 1. So 7 raised to 9 will have the same digit as 7 raised to 1. And what is 7 raised to 1? 7 raised to 1 is 7. So the unit digit for 7 raised to 9 is 7. I hope everybody is clear with this. Now, what if you don't have a single digit, you have a more than single digit, or if you have a 2 digit or 3 digit number. So let's take an example, 243 raised to let's say 11. Now don't worry, even if it's a 3 digit number, this is equivalent to 3 raised to 11. You have to focus only and only on the unit digit. Now 11. So what I had told you, whenever you have a raised to power, you just divide this raised to power by 4 because the cycle is of 4. Just see the remainder. And what is the remainder in this case? Remainder in this case is 3. So, if the remainder is 3, this is equivalent to, the unit digit of this is equivalent to 3 raised to 3. And what is 3 raised to 3? The unit digit for 3 raised to 3 is, 3 raised to 3 unit digit is 7. I hope everybody is clear with this. Now, what if uh, you have a number like this? So basically what I'm trying to say is, what if you have a raised to power which is exactly divisible by 4. Now if you observe this, this is exactly divisible by 4 and hence the remainder for this number is going to be what? The remainder is going to be 0. So please, 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 this is not equivalent to raised to 0. That is wrong. So whenever we have remainder 0, whenever you have a power which is divisible by 4, in that case This is as good as raised to 4. I hope everybody is clear with this. This is equivalent to the unit digit of 2 raised to 4. And what is the unit digit of 2 raised to 4? Unit digit of 2 raised to 4 is 6. 4 square 16. I hope everybody is clear with that. Okay. Now, here are few examples which I want you to solve this as an assignment. Few questions we can do it together. So let us focus on the last question which I have written here. Now, this is 2587 raised to 27. So focus only on 7. 7 raised to 27. Now 27 divided by 4, my remainder is going to be 3. So this is as good as unit digit of 7 raised to 3, which is as good as unit digit 3. I hope everybody is clear with this. 7 cube is 343 and hence the unit digit will be 3. So whatever is this number, unit digit is 3 minus. Now let us solve this. 853 raised to 26, focus on the unit digit and the raised to power. So 26 raised divided by 4, my remainder is going to be how much? Remainder is going to be 2. So this is as good as 3 square and the unit digit of 3 square is 9. So my simplification goes in this way. There is a big number whose unit digit is 3 and there is another big number whose unit digit is 9. And there is a subtraction sign here. So what is the unit digit of this entire number? What is the unit digit going to be? So in this case, don't write 3 minus 9 is minus 6 and 6 is the answer. Wrong. So whenever you have 3 here and 9 here, a number which is lesser than this number, in that case, you remember how do you actually do subtraction? You write this as 13 and then subtract 9 by 13. So this is going to be how much? Yes, it is going to be 4. So the unit digit for this subtraction is going to be 4. Now there is no problem if you have addition. The problem comes only if you have a subtraction. So I hope everybody is clear with this. A lot of GATE questions have been asked using cyclicity. So please focus on this. It's a very important topic. 2 to 3 questions have already been asked using cyclicity pattern. Okay, now a little more for you to study. We'll study what happens if you have a raised to power which is factorial. Now try to understand what are factorials first. So if I give you 3 factorial, what is 3 factorial? It is 3 into 2 into 1. What is 4 factorial? It is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Similarly, 5 factorial has to be 5 into 4 factorial and so on. So try to understand here. Now there is a pattern which it follows. Now actual answer for this is going to be 120. 6 factorial is going to be this into 6, which is 720. 7 factorial is going to be this into this and so on. Now try to understand what I am trying to say. All the factorials beyond 3, all these factorials, each and every factorial after 3 is definitely going to be what? Divisible by 4, isn't it? It is always going to be divisible by 4 because 4 will always be present. All the factorial beyond 4 will always have unit digit 0 in them. 0 will always be there. Some of them will have more than 1 zeros, but 0 will always be the unit digit for all the factorials beyond 4. I hope everybody is clear with this. So we have to use this while solving the sums. So had I asked you 123 raised to 97 factorial, now we already know how do you go about for cyclicity. We always divide this raised to power by 4. Now you know this is always going to be divisible by 4 and hence the remainder is going to be 0. So this is as good as 123 raised to 4 ka unit digit, the same unit digit. So 3 raised to 4 is what? 3 raised to 4 is, yeah, the unit digit is going to be, yes, it is going to be 1. I hope everybody is clear with this. Okay, let us move to the next part. What if you have something like this? So 958, the whole raised to 125 factorial. Again, this is going to be divisible by 4. So this is as good as 958. Unit digit of this is equivalent to the unit digit of 958 raised to 4, which is equivalent to the unit digit of 8 raised to 4, which is equivalent to, what is 8 raised to 4? Unit digit of 8 raised to 4 is how much? Yes, tell me. 8 square is 16. 16 into 16 is 256. Unit digit is going to be 6. I hope everybody is clear with this. Now, a little more complicated? No, I should say a little more easier sum. So, this is factorial, the whole raised to factorial. Of course, this is going to be divisible by 4, but you don't have to be bothered. Why? because each and every factorial, the factorial which is represented here, this is definitely going to end with 0, and this entire 0 is raised to 125 factorial. So obviously whatever it is raised to power, the unit digit will always be 0, and in fact there will be many zeros. I hope everybody is clear. So the unit digit for this is 0 and so on. I hope everybody is clear with this. So factorials is a new part for your cyclicity. Cyclicity is an extremely important topic for GATE. Thank you.